Invite our special guest, Colette Mcbeth. Now, to tell about Colette, she's a former BBC correspondent, and she's here today to tell us about video marketing, how low hassle, high impact system for making video that connects and converts. Colette, over to you.
Colette, you're on mute.
I can't hear you, yeah.
On mute, yes. Can you see my screen, by the way?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, thank you for the introduction. So I was a BBC television correspondent for ages. I also write novels. And my method of video is kind of not a very usual one. It's not really about camera confidence. It's sort of mainly because I'm a little bit lazy. I'm totally technophobic. And also I know that video is really powerful. So combining those three elements along with storytelling and really engaging and connecting with your audience, I have a story-powered approach. So that's what I wanted to take you through today very quickly. So the story-powered approach is how you can kind of create some of your most powerful content in under 10 minutes a day. Like, I know content is a bit of a hassle when you have to write long posts and everything, and it's like, you know, you're running a business, so there's lots of things to do. But it also uses a story system. Like, you might have heard that storytelling is really powerful because you get to share your own story, and that is true. But the actual power of storytelling goes way beyond that. It's a whole system of communication that really invites your audience in. So one of the first things we do is we kind of flip it around. Rather than thinking, hey, what is it that I can show up on video today and share with my audience? We start at the end. Like, that's how I write my novels. If I don't know where I'm going in my books, I won't be able to take the reader there. So we start at the end. And rather than asking what is it that we can share, we ask what it is that our audience is thinking and feeling. So what are their challenges? Like, if you're a coach, you know, what are they thinking? What are their challenges? What are their limiting stories? And maybe you've got a product business. What are their desires and objections? Somebody who does hand-painted kitchens has just bought onto my course, and you know, one of the objections there would be, well, I'll just buy another, maybe I can't afford a new kitchen, or I'll just buy a new one. So she really needs to deal with that in her content and not tell them, but show them a better way forward. So this is persuasive content. It's a very gentle approach. It's not like you're not preaching or hitting people over the head with it. So the other thing is we ask, what message is it we want to deliver? What feeling do we want to create? So when people come into our world, like, what are they going to see from our personality? How are we going to make them feel? Can we share an insight or an aha moment from our own businesses, maybe one of our clients' stories, to help them shift their perspective? And when you start to think of it like this, you begin to notice all these little stories that will actually carry your message to your audience. And the way I teach people to do it is, you know, they go on camera and they do it, and all you need is an iPhone or any kind of phone. Not, you know, other phones exist. So as I say, what we do is we find stories that carry our message. These small stories are like your business gold. They are, you know, so powerful in terms of content. And just to give you an example, these can be observations, as I said, client stories. They can also be stories that have absolutely nothing to do with your business. And to give you an example of that, I just shared a story today about how I never dated my husband. I just moved in with him after like a few days because we met on a work trip and I came home and then I moved in with them. And the point I was making was that when your clients know you're the one to work with them, they'll kind of jump in with you right away as well. I mean, that happened to me a couple of days ago. So this is what we want. We want people to see us and connect with us really quickly. And stories really help with this. They bring people in. So like I say, it doesn't have to be a story around your business, but it has to carry the business message. So just a quick checklist for you, like how do you know this story is going to work for your business? Is it relatable? Are people going to identify with it? This is where it's, super amazing, because you don't have to come up with this Hollywood story. The more relatable the story, the easier it is for people to see themselves in it, right? So they tune in because they recognize themselves in it. Is it relevant? Is it relevant to your message? You can always tweak that in the messaging, like the example I've just showed you. And does it resonate? Are you speaking their language, or are you using kind of coachy language or business language? How is it that they would describe the problem? So just to kind of reframe around video content, it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't require a lot of equipment. You can use your phone. You can do what I say is content on the hoof. I do a lot when I'm out walking the dog or just going to pick up my daughter at netball. And it's just like, okay, that's my content done for the day. That's it incorporated into daily life. And it allows your audience not just to see what you're selling, but to see the benefit of what you're selling. So I always say it's not the product, but it's how the product makes somebody feel. So that's me. I'm Colette Mcbeth Storytelling on Instagram. If you want to follow me or check me out there, I share lots of reels, lots of stories on there. But yeah, it's a really simple approach that brings your audience in rather than kind of leaves them spectating on the sidelines.
Perfect. Colette, let's not unmute and give a big applause so that Colette can hear. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
We love that, how you just got moved into with your boyfriend. That's lovely. I think that's what we all do. That's what Gurjeet wrote. And I said I also did the same. You are right. This connects any other story. It can easily gets the attention to your video. And any questions for Colette? We have 2 minutes if any of you want to ask a question. Bhavya, yes?
Colette, you mentioned a course. What course? Is that sort of a group course?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay. And is that on your website?
It is. It's on my Instagram as well. It's called Be Seen. So it's all about you being seen, unleashing your voice, and actually seeing your audience really clearly as well, so that when you speak, they tune in.
Thank you.
Colette, do you have a link that you can share in the Zoom chat?
For Be Seen? Yeah. Just give me 1 sec.
Colette, can I ask you a question?
Sure, yeah.
Normally, how long do these videos need to be? Because there are two schools of thought. Some say minimum a minute, while some say 20 seconds. It doesn't matter the length. The message, what's coming through, is very important. So what are your views on that?
So for different medium, I like Instagram. So I would do reels, and some, reels I can get down to less than 5 seconds. Yeah.
Really?
But I always say, and this is a kind of storytelling way, it's like less is more. We really streamline to make your message really clear. We take out all the things that you don't need and we streamline. So if you can say something in a minute, say it in a minute. Don't take 5 minutes. If you can say it in 30 seconds, say it in 30 seconds. And also it's about, putting more meat on the bones certain times. So you might share the same message in a really short way, but then, maybe you're giving a talk and you could broaden it out and you can put more meat on the bones.
Got it.
So do you see, and this is where you get more content opportunities as well, because you're effectively putting your message on repeat without repeating yourself all the time, because you're doing it in lots of different ways.
Excellent. Thank you, Colette.